everyone. Welcome to the Founders Chair. The Founders Chair is the podcast where we dive deep into the lives of business owners and find out what it's really, truly like to run your own business. I'm your host, Lauren Brannan, and today we have a special treat. We are joined by the wonderful Joanne, Celine, and Louise from StaysIn. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Oh, I cannot wait to find out more about you and more about StaysIn. So, why don't you kick us off by just telling us a little bit about your personal story? Like, where are you from? Do you have any hobbies? Do you have any family? Joanne, you kick us off.
Right, so originally I'm from Manchester, of course. Left there when I was about 16, travelled a bit. I do have a family, yeah. My background is hospitality. So I've travelled, I've owned bars and restaurants throughout the world. Sold a couple of businesses as well along the way. Lived in Southern Ireland where my parents are from. So my dad is Irish. So I lived there for a while. And then ended up in Edinburgh about 11 years ago. So from there, I started a cleaning company.
Okay.
And that's what started me to stay in Edinburgh and start a business in cleaning. So that was my journey.
What about you, Celine?
Gosh, it's my life, and now I'm like, what did I do?
What's my name again?
Yes. So I am Solène from France. I did gymnastics, theatre, loved it. Left at 18 to go and live in London and do some theatre. I ended up partying my way through and did not too much theatre related, but it was very fun. Met this guy and we decided to go and leave for sunny Malaga just after COVID. The hot did not do us so well. No, we're more like northern type of people. So we came back to London and we were like, we want the sea. No, that's true. We want the sea. We want the sea in a big town. And this is how we arrived in Edinburgh. And this is it. We didn't visit. We just arrived here and we got the sea, which is brilliant. And we wanted to do something for ourselves. We wanted to learn how to make our own money and to taste that freedom. So we started by doing some, what did we do? We refurbished some furnitures. And then we were like, okay, we want to do something a bit more that we just started. That it didn't make any sense, right? So I didn't finish my sentence. And when we were like, we want to do something, I don't know what, property related, because anyway, that's going to be Louis's story to tell. And we opened one first business, rent to rent, closed it because of some licensing, and we're expecting our daughter. Met the beautiful Joanne, opened a business with her. And I do some theatre now, so it all works out.
Oh, you calm the partying down and you do some theatre now. So.
Yes, I do fringe shows. So I'm blessed. Yeah.
Amazing.
In my case, I'm Dominican Italian. Moved in Italy, Venice, when I was 6. So shout out to every Spritz lovers out there. When I was 23, I moved to London. I wanted to explore. I've done bartending jobs. Lots of hospitality. Been in hospitality for over 15 years, so I do love guest interaction and just speaking and get to know people. As I said, I met Solène in London as well. We travel a bit, and then at the end we arrived in Edinburgh. Was the best choice for us. We did a lot of things with our hands and tried to understand what we wanted to do. And she knew that I wanted to do property. And because of her, we went to Samuel Leeds Crash Course in Manchester. And she pushed us to go there. And then we got a mentor and so on. And now we are where we are. So it's really cool.
Yeah. It's so good that you all come from such different backgrounds and such different experiences as well to add to the kind of a industry that you're in. So you've got all this like knowledge that a lot of people, if they're doing it on their own, wouldn't have, So you kind of touched on like how like the you've all had the different types of businesses, but at what point did the Stays In come about? And like tell us a story about how you three met.
Right. So originally I met Lewis and Celine. They asked me to check a couple of properties that they were managing at the time. I didn't really know them that well, but when they were on holiday, I looked after a couple of their properties, and yeah, we just got talking. They liked how I worked. We just gelled. We're all different types of personality, but we bring to the board all different strengths, and that's why we work so well. We've all been in hospitality, so we know all about the guest experience, etc., management of properties as well. So yeah, we all have the same kind of morals, which is good, and we're all on the same path, I think. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Like I hope.
Yeah, just clicked.
We just
Just
clicked,
clicked,
indeed,
yeah.
Yeah.
The first business meeting, we were choosing names for
Yes.
our business.
Oh, amazing.
We met because I was giving birth to our
Yeah.
daughter, and then Joanne helped us a lot to take care of the clients, and just we were like, maybe we can do something together. We can join our forces and open a company together. And I don't know, out of
it just happened. It's meant to be. That's it. I think that's why it works. Yeah, and we respect each other's opinions as well. That's a must, and also you have to listen to your partners as well, because and also you know, you have to even if you don't agree on certain things, you have to come to compromise. So you must be a good compromise. You can't always get your own way. So you've got to be kind of flexible as well when you're in partnership.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
And as well, I mean, there is a lot of you can gain as well. You know, where different backgrounds, different opinions. And it's always good, you know, to have this, because you can have a different view. And you know, when it comes together, we're
all on the same journey, the same path. We want the same things, and of course, we've all got different personalities. But
we're three of us bossy. Which
we're all bossy.
Is how we have so much success.
We're just bossing our way. We respect our bossiness.
Oh, brilliant! I love that. So, tell us more about StaysIn, and like for someone that's listening that maybe has no idea what it is, explain what exactly that you guys offer.
Absolutely. So StaysIn, we are a short-term net property management company based in Edinburgh. We're expanding across different regions in Scotland. We basically help landlords to improve their rental income while taking care of everything, basically all aspect of Airbnb management. We take care of from the listing on different online travel agencies, Airbnb, Booking.com, Vrbo, Expedia, and so on, as well as our own website. It's called StaysIn.co.uk, where we get direct bookings. We build rapport with different agents, and we try, you know, and get those direct bookings as well. But what make us different is that we go beyond the property management itself, and what we do is we partner with local independent businesses such as, you know, the corner cafe or the restaurant, the experience provider. And what we do is that we record them, we interview them, we take pictures, and basically we then take videos and push them to our guests, you know. So anytime they come to our city where our properties are, they not only have a nice accommodation, because our accommodation are pretty up to standard, you know, we do like to keep them that way, but at the same time they can have a more immersive experience. They can enjoy themselves. They can go to, you know, to the local cafe partner that we have, and they can know the person that is behind the counter. So yeah, we're really proud of what we're trying to do. And it's just beautiful. We really, you know, there's a lot of passion.
We're passionate about the cause. Yeah, we just want people who travel to give a bit more back to the community instead of going to bigger, let's say, brands, to focus on those little independent businesses, not little, apologize, but independent businesses that make what Edinburgh is. It's vibrant. It's full of community. I mean, Scotland's mascot is a unicorn. It's you know, I mean, like, it's quite brilliant, right? Like, so we just want our guests to taste, you know, to taste Edinburgh like we do.
Yeah.
We enjoy margaritas.
enjoying my
brilliant.
It's really.
I love that. That's amazing. So, do you think that you have a story of where someone kind of a pushed you or inspired you to start up StaysIn, or do you think that it was each other because you've always had each other to bounce off of?
I do believe like we never thought as exactly what we wanted to go through. It came along the way. As you said, yeah, I believe it was each other's, speaking and experiences while building the brand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been quite tough, to be honest. We got some property right away when we started, but we were not wanting to just do the property. We were looking, after, we were doing a lot of meetings and a lot of nice margaritas. We had the idea of creating something a bit more personal. We always been those kind of people that like to have the chat, with the clients, like to have the chat going around. We were going around different places, different restaurants. We seen that it was nice to get to know people. So we incorporated that inside our structure and our business. I believe this is the way that basically it came all together.
Yeah.
Well, amazing. I love that. And you can really see the passion that you have for the business and for what it is that you do, which is really inspiring to see. What would you say, like, obviously I know that you've all had previous businesses before StaysIn, but what would you say has been your biggest learning since being a business owner? So, Joanne, do you want to kick us off?
The biggest learning being a business owner. Yeah, I've learned a lot through the years, of course. And it's done me in good stead. I've made a lot of mistakes, okay, that's happened, but I've learned from the mistakes in business. So I've learned. I can't put it into words actually. But things have happened, but it's done me good stead for business. It's made me more. I can communicate with people more. I listen to people more. Where I think listening is a really good thing to do. I know people like to talk, but you need to listen. And always listen to the other person's point of view as well, and take that on board. So I've learned a lot, basically, to listen. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Two years of one mouth for a reason. So
yeah, you learn a lot.
What about you guys?
For me personally, I was before opening Louis and I business, I was very, how do you say, people's opinion used to impact me a lot. And I did receive so I was in an extremely vulnerable place because we were starting something. We didn't know if it was going to work, how we're going to do it, a whole lot of responsibility that I did not have before. And I was like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? And I have as well input of people around me telling me, don't do this. It's not going to work, or it's not a great, type of business. Just don't go for it. And I still did it, and it really taught me, to grow a pair of ovaries, to just push through, even though, it's good to hear people's opinion, don't get me wrong, and I'm very actually grateful that I received those, because it just gave me an extra challenge, and it really changed me as a person to deal with all that stress and still, go through that. So that was, I think, the biggest challenge was at the beginning, going against people's opinion that I valued, and I still value very much so, but I now know that I am entitled to have my own, and that my own is as good as theirs. Yeah.
Fantastic. Believing in yourself a little bit, well, more than probably what you did before then.
Definitely, yeah.
Brilliant. Please. Learning?
learning. Same thing. I believe I always been confident, but maybe I was not able to express myself the way I wanted to. I always imagine myself expressing, in a way like big entrepreneurs, bigger names could have done, and I wanted to see myself like that. And so I believe the biggest learner for myself is just that, taking action. In my case, I've been, because of Selena as well, because she pushed me to take action. Because, behind a great man, there's always an even greater woman. And that's true. And So I believe just taking action is the best way to go. Speaking with people, networking, all that jazz, it's just going out there and just do it, because there's nothing better than just going out there, speaking to people, and there's plenty of opportunities. So yeah, I believe that, just going there and make it happen.
Yeah, fantastic. I love that. So since you have opened up StaysIn and you've kind of combined forces, what's been the biggest challenge, would you say?
The challenge of the business.
Yeah.
I personally think the license for short-term lets, where the council, of course, everybody knows about it, are refusing licensing for people. That I think that was our biggest challenge. And people did say to us, no, it's going to be hard. No one's getting a license. They're selling their properties. I mean, we went into this business at that point. So we went in, knowing what we were going into, and it was a challenge. But we've got through that challenge now, and we've got through it. And there's a system that we've got together now, and we're doing very, very well at it. So we're glad we took that step to do it. Yeah. I mean, when we started, people was closing their businesses for short-term lets. So, we've gone really strong. We've made us stronger, I think.
Yeah.
The challenge. We love a challenge.
Bring it on. Would you guys agree?
Absolutely. I mean, we had as well. We've lost some business because of it. We were, managing some of the properties. Unfortunately, the owners, they couldn't get the license. I remember that one of the property was in Minto. It was a beautiful property, 2-bedroom. We had 9.9, 9.8 on Booking.com. The reviews were fabulous and everything. So it's not. The really issue with the licensing is that it's always this small business, a small family that is going to lose their business. This will happen in this case with this landlord that they lost that income for balonies. That anyway, let's not go into that. But I believe there's so many other people that are in the same situation that even if you let your own room in your own house, you need a license, which I do not agree. I do agree of the fact that, of course, you need to have security. You need to have like some sort of scheme, but not allowing someone to let out the property, I believe is not correct, or stopping them from doing so.
Yeah, that's something that not a lot of people would probably know as well. Like if they are wanting to think about getting into that kind of a business, then that is something that you need to be fully aware of, isn't it? So, well, good for you for breaking through it and doing it where everyone else was shutting down. That's wonderful. So if you had to pick someone, one person, two people, three people that you're grateful for, like in your business journey, and that's been there for you, who would you give a shout out to?
Mine would be my dad and my mum. Well, of course, originally, because I have been in businesses with them in the past, and they've taught me a lot in business. And then third of all, my partner Graham, since I've come to Edinburgh, has been a great support, and he's let me a lot as well. So I would say yes, my parents and my partner.
Oh, brilliant!
Would be there. Yeah.
What about you guys? Anyone you give a shout out to?
Joanne as well. My father, I mean, my hospitality side, I always seen my father really strong. Going to work those 60, 70 hours in hospitality, always coming back with a smile. And I remember going as well to the bar with with the old rugby team for the third time. How do you call it like this in English? After the game, you go and have a drink with the team. So yeah, and I would say these two ladies just on my side as well. Our business and my persona would have grown so much in the last 2 years if it wouldn't be for them as well, because they are a really good team.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Don't cry, please. Don't cry.
Would you agree? Would you have anyone else you're grateful for other than your?
Yes, definitely. I'm always grateful for my mother. She's always there by my side. I can always run to her, ask her for anything, and she's as well a very fierce businesswoman. She She is a son in her business. People are attracted to her like a honey on a stick. It's crazy. This woman I should just get it. She's like one of the greatest, businesswomen I know. So definitely. And Louis, of course, that has been there from ground zero. Joanne, that she's teaching us so much. Because we come from very different, isn't it? Like we have different experiences in life, and Joanne always, and my best friend who was there telling me, go for it, continue, it's okay what you're doing, like.
Shout out to Sylvia.
Yes, definitely. So I have 4. I'm a bit,
No, that's okay. That's brilliant. No, I love that you've included your family and your friends in that. A lot of time I ask that question and people will say, Stephen Bartlett or like people that they don't even really know.
But famous.
Yeah. But you guys are like, no, the people that are and that's what I would say as well. So that's amazing. So what would you say is, without giving anything away that you don't want to give away, what's the next big thing for StaysIn? What's your goals? Where do you want to be in the next couple of years?
So personally, I would say big. Big. So I mean we want to be
definitely UK brand.
Okay.
Well,
I know we say Scotland, but Scotland is important, of course, but we want to be UK StaysIn brand. So people see us as a brand where the guest experience is super important to people that are booking through us. They're not just booking an apartment, or we want them to have a great experience, and we want to bring people on the journey with us in the local area. So whether it's Edinburgh, whether it's Glasgow, wherever the accommodation is, and in the area they have nowhere to go, wherever got places to go, what to see. So more of a caring side as well. Of course, we've got to make money as well, that we're in business, but also we want to brand it as a caring business.
Fantastic. You guys agree with that? Any more goals
Absolutely.
that you want to add? Yeah.
We want it to be the leading company for accommodation.
Yeah.
But not in a way that we're gonna have 30,000 properties. We want to have those few, but it's all aspect of community, it's all aspect of experience, it's all aspect like if I go to I don't know, to Dundee, I know that if I'm gonna stay in that place, then I can do other 10,000 things. Because StaysIn team is there for me, is pushing me to do local, to discover things that you might not find, rather than going all to the big corporations all the time.
Would like to propose experiences, tailored experiences. We are in touch with a very cool tour guides, and we are trying to just build, I don't know, fun experiences. Would love to provide fun experiences, just a different way to visit the town. Just basically would love for people to arrive in Edinburgh and be like, it kind of feels like home. I don't know this town, but I know I can go there and I'm gonna meet that person, and I know I can go there and I can do that. So that would be just bigger.
Yeah, we're gonna be starting StaysIn tourist guide as well.
Wow. So basically, whenever someone comes to your accommodation, they don't have to worry about planning their holiday, because it's all there for them of what to do and where to go, which is amazing. Oh, that's so exciting.
We already showcase our partners to them. So because already in the last year and so, we've been able to create some partnerships around the city. Of course, we're going to be scaling up this around UK, but for now, it takes time because as well, we don't want to send a guest in a place that we haven't been. What is the fun in that as well? Like you want to go and try something first, a nice dinner, nice margarita, a nice steak or something, a nice experience. Or we went, for example, the folk night. It was fantastic. It was 2 hours on folk and haggis music. It was nice, and it was music. You are in a room with a bunch of people that you don't know. You listen to folk music that, of course, if you come from another country, you might not have listened to, and it just changes. So we need to try it first, and to be able then to to share with someone else. That is what StaysIn is all about.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, well, I can't wait to watch you grow and become UK wide and be the biggest accommodation place to go to.
Yeah.
So if you had to give one piece of advice to anyone starting out in business, what advice would you give? We'll go individually because I imagine you all have slightly different advice. So Joanne, what would yours be?
Mine would be, if you're going to partner with somebody, go by your gut instinct. Okay. I always think that having your gut experience is really important, and that feeling is always important as well. So I always go by my gut, and it's always done me in good stead. So yeah, definitely. And then it just flows then. Well, it should.
Yeah. I have to think about it a bit more. Go for it, Lewis, if you have a
So I'm gonna go back to my steps, and it's taking action. But not only is taking action, I've realized that the most important thing is that the network that you have around is not only about, because you can go so far on your own. But when you have someone that you can trust, when you have a team behind your back, not a team like you employ someone, like you go out and network, and then you create a team of people like-minded that have different dreams, of course, than yours, but they have the same driven and passion. I believe that that's the way to be every day inspired, to every day go and chase, your dream, because at the end is not a place. It's always, they say, it's always a journey. It's more like, you need to be eager to go there, but as well you need to go with someone that is going to help you to be there and go there.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. One of my core sayings in life is the results that you get is a result of the people that you hang around with, the books that you read, and the actions that you take.
Yeah,
So I couldn't agree
absolutely.
more with that. Celine, have you thought of your one piece of advice you would give out?
I will say think big. I can sense people are afraid, and they don't. You just need to take the first step, and the second will come. You just need to have that little, be a little crazy, think big. There's nothing too big. Just be audacious with your life. That's what I would say. Just at the end of the day, we're all gonna finish in the same place, which is ashes in the air or below the ground. Depending how you want to end. But you might as well think big, enjoy the journey. It's gonna be rocky, but you just need to surround yourself with people where you can cry with, and you can still have a good night around you just
be yourself.
Yeah,
you have to be yourself.
Definitely. Don't wear a punky jacket if you go to around people that if it's your style, just don't quiet down, just stay yourself, stick by what you believe. And when something doesn't feel right, it's just that it's not right, even though people around you tells you that it is. Just believe your gut, isn't it?
Believe your gut.
Believe your gut, think big.
Think big.
Fantastic. Well, you've got some brilliant advice. So lastly, before I let you go on with your day, if anyone wants to get in touch or find out more, or if they want to book an accommodation, how can you do that?
Absolutely, they can visit our Facebook page, StaysIn.co.uk.
Instagram.
That website, StaysIn.co.uk. We are more or less everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn. So they can send us an email to info@staysin.co.uk. We can help them. Now, if they should them let, we can help them to manage, or just for friendly advice, we can help to
we're always open for a chat. So
yeah. Fantastic.
Oh, and if they want any help with their license as well. So some people are afraid and they want some advice. We can do that, but we can also apply for licenses for them as well. So they might don't know where to go or what to do, and give some advice, but also we can do that for them as a service.
You guys are there for that. Amazing. Well, that's brilliant to know, and I'm sure, I hope that a lot of our listeners will be getting in touch to find out some more. But that is it for the Founders Chair today. So thank you so much, all three of you, for coming on and joining me. And thank you to all of our listeners.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.